Virgo, the first card, the Tower. Of course it is. Look at it. The stone fortress you built for safety, struck by a bolt of divine lightning. Flames at the pinnacle, figures falling. This is not a tragedy. This is God's demolition crew. That thing you thought was permanent, that situation you thought you had to endure, that belief system that kept you small, that relationship built on sand, the contract is up. The permits have been revoked. The lightning bolt is the signature of a higher power saying this structure is not to code for the soul who lives here. It's being condemned for your own safety. The game that is over is the game of building your life on a shaky foundation. The explosion is mercy, the Ace of Swords. From the smoke of the tower, this emerges. A massive, divine hand extends from a cloud, gripping a brilliant, double-edged sword that points directly to a crown. The sky is clear. The message is crystalline. Virgo, this is the divine intellectual download. This is God stepping into your mind. This sword cuts through every lie, every delusion, every story you've been telling yourself. It severs the mental chains. It is the ultimate moment of clarity. You will know. You will suddenly see the truth of a situation, a person, or your own path with a sharp, ruthless, and liberating clarity that leaves no room for argument. The Bolsh asterisk T, is over because you will finally see it for exactly what it is. This is the universe handing you the sword of truth and saying, now, cut yourself free. The Emperor. Behold him, the sovereign on his stone throne, carved with rams' heads. He holds an ankh of life in one hand and a globe of dominion in the other. The mountains behind him speak of unshakable authority. This is not a suggestion. This is a promotion to sovereignty. Virgo, God is not just clearing the debris. He is installing you as the rightful ruler of your new domain. The Emperor is structure, authority, and law. This means the chaos ends, and a new order begins your order. You are being called to lay down the law in your own life, to set boundaries of iron, to create systems that serve your highest good, to command respect, to build an empire from the rubble. The game over is for the version of you that followed other people's rules. The Emperor is your divine mandate to write your own. The fourth card, the World. The dancer floats in her victorious wreath, surrounded by the symbols of the four elements, the four fixed signs. The cycle is complete, mastery achieved. This, Virgo, is the promise of total synthesis. The towers fall, the sword's clarity, the emperor's rule, it all culminates here. In wholeness, the world says this divine intervention isn't to punish you, but to complete you, to make you whole. You will integrate every lesson, every loss, every piece of your journey into a cohesive, triumphant self. You will dance in the center of your own perfectly orchestrated life. The game that's over is the game of fragmentation. The world is the prize, your own fully realized soul. The Archangel Michael, you are protected. The card shows the mighty Archangel, sword in hand, wings outstretched, surrounded by brilliant blue and purple light. This is your divine bodyguard. Archangel Michael's presence here is the ultimate confirmation. His message, you are protected during this upheaval. The demolition, the mental surgery, the coronation, it is all happening within a sphere of supreme spiritual protection. You will not be destroyed. You will be defended as you are rebuilt. His sword is the same as your Ace of Swords. It cuts away only what cannot come with you into your new kingdom. You are shielded. You are safe, even when it feels terrifying. So here is the raw, unfiltered truth for you, Virgo. The Bolsh asterisk T is over because a higher power has declared it so. The game is over because you're being promoted off the old board entirely. The Tower is God's wrecking ball. The Ace of Swords is God's truth, handed directly to your mind. The Emperor is God's coronation of your own authority. The world is God's promise of your destined wholeness. And Archangel Michael is your divinely assigned protector through it all. This is not a test of your faith. This is the result of it. Your prayers have been heard. The cavalry isn't coming, it's here. And it's wearing your face, holding your sword, and sitting on your throne. Now, what will you do with this divine power play? The ball, as they say, is now in your court. The old game is over, the new one has already begun. And you are holding all the cards. The dust of the tower is not something to be swept away in fear. It is the sacred soil from which your new kingdom will rise. And you are not standing in the ruins. You are standing on the foundation, a foundation that has just been cleared, blessed, and approved by the heavens themselves. That feeling in your chest right now, the tightness, the rapid pulse that is an anxiety, it is the ancient recognition of power being returned to its rightful owner, you. This intervention is not a negotiation. It is a transfer of title. The deed to your life, your joy, your peace, your authority is being signed over to you. The old landlord fear, doubt, compromise, other people's expectations has been evicted. The Ace of Swords was the legal notice served. The lightning was the lock changed. So what now? You don't rebuild the old fortress. You don't construct a new prison with nicer furniture. You stand as the emperor on that clear, open plain. You look at the horizon of your potential, unobstructed for the first time, and you declare what will be built there. You use that divine clarity to decide with cold, impeccable precision what deserves a place in your new world and what gets left in the ashes. Archangel Michael isn't just protecting you from the fallout. He is holding the space for your sovereignty. He ensures that while the walls are falling, your spirit remains unassailable. His sword is a boundary of pure light around you, saying to any lower vibration, any leftover ghost of the past, you shall not pass. This one is under new management. The World card awaits, but it is not a distant finish line. It is the natural consequence of living from this new place of integrated power. Every decision you make from this point forward, rooted in that divine clarity and backed by your own authority, adds another stitch to that victorious wreath. Wholeness isn't something you find, it's something you assemble, piece by sovereign piece, from the truth you now hold. The message is final. The decree is absolute. Enough. The charade is over. The divine has entered the chat, and the only response left is to accept the upgrade. To pick up the sword of truth, to sit upon the throne of self, and to begin ruling the life that has always, always been yours. The game you thought you were playing has been dissolved. You are no longer a player on a board. You are the architect of the realm. Now, build something worthy of the spirit that resides within you. The heavens are watching, and they are applauding. The applause of the heavens is not a sound you hear with your ears. It is a vibration you feel in the center of your being, a resonance that says, at last, you are awake, you are in command. The war for your own soul is concluded. This reading closes not with a whisper, but with the solid, definitive sound of a throne being claimed. The rubble of the past is not your burden to carry. It is the proof of your liberation. Let it lie. Your gaze is forward, fixed on the horizon of a world you now have the divine authority to shape. You have been handed the sword of truth and the scepter of self. There is no committee to approve your plans, no higher court to appeal to. The decree has come from the highest authority there is. The only task that remains is to embody the truth that has been so forcefully, so mercifully delivered to you. Walk out of the ashes, not looking back at the fire, but straight ahead